All right, so we are kind of live, but we're just setting up. The Be Back Soon is still on. So just give us a second to finish testing things out, making sure that this is officially set up. You know how going live, you always have to be concerned about technical issues. So give us a second, y'all. Yo, CL, what up? Soundwave, what's up? Ashes to Ashes, what's going on? It's pretty cool to see people already queued up, ready, loaded. All right, let's see.
We live now, yeah?
Yeah, good to go.
Oh damn!
We have the.
Oh damn! I better put on my glasses, bro. I didn't know we were live, bro.
we still loading it out though. We have to be back soon. Just trying to finalize the settings. All right, cool. All right, we still got like a minute left. I think we're looking pretty good. Let's see if we can tweet this out. All right.
I will say one thing, obviously, because it's 5:30 in the morning over here. My son, he's 2. He's waking up now.
Okay.
So if you hear him in the background and my wife sorting him out, I do apologise to your audience in advance, man. I apologise.
It's all good. I understand families, man. You know, you gotta.
Yeah, I was gonna sort of lock him outside in the back garden, but it's a bit cold, so it's not really fair to do.
Oh man, hilarious.
Yep, all good my end, man. All good, I think.
Okay.
Posted out the links and everything.
Nice.
See if my skeptical gaming audience will come over and have a listen.
Should be fun. All right. Almost.
Shout out to the chat. What's good?
All right. Okay. Good to go. Okay. Cool. We is set. All right. Let me take this crazy sign off. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the podcast has officially begun. We have 6 of you guys on here. Thank you so much for being here live as we kick off this podcast. So today we're going to be talking about exclusive games that are coming to Google Stadia or potentially can come. I'm going to give you a quick description of what this podcast is going to look like. But first, I want to introduce a special guest that we have here all the way from UK, bright early in the morning. We have the Glory of Stadia, man. Thank you for joining us. Do you just want to tell the audience a little bit about yourself and what your channel is all about?
Yeah, first of all, thank you for the invite, brother. I do appreciate it. I enjoy your content. You are like the ASMR of the Stadia community. No matter how stressful my day is, if I come home, hear you chatting, the way you're so chilled, the way you talk, it's like it relaxes me, and I appreciate that. Yeah, man, I've got 100% Stadia channel, trying to do pretty much daily Stadia videos. I'm very excited for the platform and just what I think it can bring. So yeah, check me out, Glory of Stadia on YouTube, all the social medias, and yeah, man, I'm looking forward to the show. Yeah,
that's awesome. Yeah. So again, thank you for joining us. And yeah, if you guys would definitely like to see more Stadia coverage, check out his channel. It's pretty cool because again, there's a couple of us that do cover Google Stadia. You know, we have StadiaCast, who I feel like they have one of the best podcasts when it comes to Google Stadia coverage, and then we have the Generation of Stadia, who is a dude that started like 3 weeks ago, and he's doing incredibly well, and his
He's
videos
doing really, really good.
videos
Really
are
good.
so on point.
Professional. It's
Yeah.
like it's official, isn't it? When you watch it, it's like
Yeah.
it's official.
Yeah.
It's really, really professional.
No, I'm so amazed by like how much information he can pack like in 10 minute of videos. It's just
Yeah.
like, it's pretty cool. And then we have you. I feel like what you bring is just humor, you know, to the news, man. It's like you gotta
Some fat guy with a beard talking about Stadia
Yeah.
sticking on his webcam. Basically, let's be honest.
before we get started though, you gotta do your famous why. I feel like people yeah, I love that. That just gets me going, man, for real. So yeah, this should be fun, guys. So just to give you guys an outline of what we're going to discuss in this podcast. And again, we love your feedback. So if you guys are chat and, you know, if you guys have questions, you let us know. And we'll definitely take a look at that. Again, the more participation, the better for everyone. So again, to just talk about the outline for this podcast, we're going to be focusing on exclusives, right? We're going to talk about if we're going to see any more exclusive from Google Stadia before launch, right? We're going to talk about the first party studio, right? If they going to announce any big exclusives come before lunchtime or even after. We know this potentially, actually, these rumors that there's going to be at least one more Stadia Connect before Stadia releases. So are they going to announce anything from the first party studio at that Connect? And the next thing we're going to cover is the strategy that the Stadia team has when it comes to exclusive from third party. You know, we see stuff like Microsoft is doing right now, buying big third party exclusive games, but not only games, just publishers in general.
Yeah.
Right. So we're going to look into that and see if Google's going to take that same approach when it comes to Stadia. And then we are also going to talk about just Stadia's approach to time exclusive, right? You look at stuff like Sony did with Destiny, where they had time exclusive content. Are they going to do that, or are they going to go the route of what Sony's doing with the makers of Metal Gear with Death Stranding, like paid third party publishers to bring exclusive games to Google Stadia? So yeah, we're going to focus highly on exclusive this podcast. And again, we would definitely love your feedback. We'd love for you guys to join, ask questions, you know, talk about things that you want to see when it comes to exclusives. So to get started, the first thing, again, we're going to focus on is just exclusives, and if we're going to see any more exclusive announced before launch from the Google Stadia team. So what are your thoughts on that, Glory?
See, I was thinking about this. So if you look at it like this, we're all assuming we're going to get one more Connect before the launch of the sort of Founders Edition, so to speak.
Right.
So if we are going to see anything from Stadia Games and Entertainment, the first party studio headed by Jade Raymond, if we're going to see anything, I think there would be a good start. Now, I'm aware that any games coming from that studio may be a while out, although we were talking previously, I believe, and we said that studio's been going longer than I actually, like, it was headed up longer than I thought. But
right.
Even if at the next Connect we get a little glimpse of something, say a little splash screen or a little bit of CG, this is what's coming, that's enough to build the excitement. So I'm thinking, if they're going to reveal it, if they're going to show us an exclusive at any time, leading into the launch of Stadia, that would be the next Connect would be the best time for them to do. Am I making sense? Because then it's like, right, the attention's there,
right,
going into Stadia. But whether they're going to show us a full working game, I'm a bit more doubtful of that, because I'm not sure how far along the studio is. But I think we might see something from them at the next Connect. With regards to other exclusives like for example, we've seen Orcs Must Die sort of third party
Right.
exclusives. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we'll see something like that announced
Yeah.
at Connect, at the next Connect, because it's the best opportunity. Because we've got the launch of the service coming up.
True.
So bam, hit it with something big. There
True.
we go. And that may explain why we haven't seen any exclusives as such, besides the Orcs and Get Packed
Right.
so far, because they might be saving it before the big one, before the launch.
Right. Yeah, I feel like you were saying if they had one more Connect before the launch and they, reveal those exclusives, I feel like that would get people. Already you can see right now, people are starting to get excited about Google Stadia, right? The momentum is building, and like to get people even more excited, just announcing the next Connect right before launch, it'll get the industry definitely talking about just Stadia and games that are coming potentially. Now we all know, you guys have heard rumors. It's been announced even from the Google Stadia team that they still have more games to announce. So the 40 so-called games that they have already announced, there's actually going to be more games added to that number come launch. So it's going to be exciting to see, what other games that they announce before launch. And it's going to be exciting to see if they're exclusives, right? So, yeah, that's really, really exciting. But moving into the next segment, you kind of touched on this when it comes to the first-party exclusive titles, right? Just curious, why do you think we haven't seen anything from them?
See, this is something I was thinking about as well. Now, with when E3 dropped, we knew that Microsoft were going to announce xCloud,
right?
And obviously Google would have had Stadia planned for the pre-E3 show to announce it,
right?
But I'm thinking we might not have seen any exclusive game from them in answer to your question, because they had to get out there with the narrative because xCloud was going to be there. So in other words, not saying they weren't ready to announce Stadia. Obviously, they've been building up for it for a long time, but they might have had to announce it a little bit quicker than they were expecting with the xCloud announcement.
Right.
And with that, unexpected sort of timing of having to jump ahead of xCloud,
True.
They might not have had an exclusive game ready. Because to me, it seems strange that I'm old school, as you can tell, old, and I'm a Sega collector.
Sega, yeah.
And, yeah, Sega for life, man. Like,
that's awesome.
Don't get me started. I'm going to sidetrack the show. But so for me, I see the importance of exclusives. So
True.
I was kind of surprised that we didn't see a bigger banging exclusive at those Connects.
True.
So I thought. So when you asked, in answer to your question, I feel they may not have been as prepared as they would have wanted to be, because of xCloud jumping in there. So they've thought, right, we've got to get our narrative out there, even if we haven't got the game ready to announce, so to speak.
Yeah.
Am I making sense?
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean?
Good point. Yeah, it sounds like from what you were saying, they were trying to like rush it out, right? They knew come E3, Microsoft is gonna come on and they're gonna announce something. Also, there was rumors of Amazon, getting the game, and it was pretty interesting. I think I think it was Chase who pointed this out, but they actually closed the studio like right around that time frame. And to me, I started speculating: did they close? They reworking on it, changing things around. But I was wondering like if that happened because of Google just being so prepared to release it this year, right? Stadia this year. And so, and then Microsoft, when they presented theirs at E3, they didn't cover it a lot. So I wonder, like, if these companies were really shocked by, Google coming out and saying, hey, we're going to release it this year. This is the plan, da-da-da-da-da. Because honestly speaking, to me, it feels like it was a move of, okay, let's be one of the first people to get our stuff out there. Let's make noise. Let's capture that demographic. Let's get let's be the first people to make noise about cloud gaming. And they I mean, you look at Nvidia GeForce now too. They announced theirs like 2 years ago at CES, and even till this day they don't have a plan. So I definitely think Google caught a lot of people off guard when it comes to just announcing Stadia's releasing this year. And as far as the exclusive, to me personally, I feel like they are still working on the games, and the games are probably going to be available when the base model comes out next year. And I feel like that was probably the time, when the other derivers thought that it was going to be released, or when they planned for it to officially be released. But I think they kind of pushed it a little further to come out. I mean, a little earlier to come out this year, and that's why we still haven't seen any first-party exclusive games.
And I think you make a really good point there. Like when you said about they have to get the word out there, they wanted to get the word out there early, getting the narrative or the zeitgeist, getting in the conversation of cloud gaming, even if it's not necessarily all positive, getting the first stamp in the general talk about cloud gaming. xCloud has always been there. xCloud, people have known about xCloud. I mean, they sort of officially announced it 2018 E3, but we know the cloud services are starting to roll out now. So the fact that they're getting their narrative out there early is very important, and that's a good point. Even if everything's not ready, you want to get that stamp out there. Do you remember when Mark Cerny, was it 2008? Was it this year or last year? Where he done a article with, I can't remember, I don't know if it was Game Informer, but he done like an unexpected interview talking about the specs of the PS5. And everyone's like, what? They didn't do a state of play. They didn't do an announcement. He just thought, right, I'm going to get there, and that's to get the narrative out there early. And I think that's what Google wanted to do with the E3. Sort of like connect, even if they weren't necessarily ready. So you make a great point.
No, true. And so it's gonna be exciting to come 2020 if our speculations on point, we might see them start announcing games right when the base model becomes available, if that is the so-called planned original date for Stadia to release. But yeah, so what's interesting is, again, I was at PAX West this year, and I interviewed one of the Stadia guys who was there, and it's like, so you guys talk about working on Stadia for almost 5 years plus, right? And you guys have Phil Harrison on board, who has previously worked for Sony and Xbox. He should know the importance of exclusive titles, right? You look at PlayStation, what they pride themselves on is having the best exclusives, right? So again, Phil Harrison worked for them. He should know that. And so my thing was like, why aren't we seeing anything from the first party studio? And his answer to my question was, like, they've been working on it for what he said makes sense. So he said they've been working on it for 5 years. He said they hired Jade Raymond this year to put a face to the first party studio. And so he kind of didn't answer my question. And to me personally, I took that as to maybe, like it backs the rumor, like what I was speculating about them rushing this out. Because his answer was pretty much, they don't know, right? He was just like, well, we're working on it. Games take time to make, which is understandable. But 5 years, dude, you guys should have some exclusives in 5 years. But again, that might be why we haven't heard anything. But they might surprise us with the next Connect and announce some really sick thing. But I like what you said about they don't have to show much. We kind of talked about this yesterday, and you said all they have to do, right, is put a really cool game or footage of a game coming out in 2020 or 2021, and then just let us know that, hey, we're working on this. This looks so sick, and it's coming 2021. And that should get the industry like talking and getting excited about it.
See, I'm trying to remain calm and not get too giddy. I don't want to ruin your podcast, but you got me extremely excited, and I'm getting hyped. You're good. Yeah, because when you was talking about Phil Harrison, he's from PlayStation, but you said something that's crucial. If you're from PlayStation, if you've worked PlayStation as long as he did.
Right.
He had a stint at Microsoft, but it was mostly at PlayStation.
Yeah.
You said something which is crucial. They know the importance of exclusives.
Absolutely.
For me, my Xbox One now is going to be my Game Pass machine.
Yeah.
Literally, that it's just going to be Game Pass.
Right.
My PlayStation 5 is for the exclusives,
Right.
and then Stadia for multiplats.
Right.
So if we're taking somebody on board, I say we, like I get paid by Google.
We, right? Right.
Fanboy already.
Yeah.
Fanboy already.
Yeah.
If Google are taking on somebody from Sony, they know the importance of exclusives.
Yeah.
So we're sitting here. Well, I'm sitting here speculating. Are they going to have exclusives? Why haven't we seen anything?
Yeah.
They know,
Right.
and that gets me excited because the strength of Sony is their exclusives, and Phil Harrison knows that.
He knows
it's
that.
almost like
Yeah.
it's almost like if there was a beam of light and the god Phil Harrison descended from the heaven, and if he was in front of you,
Yeah.
and if I was to go to him, so are we going to have exclusives then? Where are the exclusives? He'd probably look at you like, are we going to have exclusives? Are you sure? Of course,
Right?
I'm Phil Harrison.
Exactly.
From PlayStation.
Exactly.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's because we're not behind those closed doors.
Right.
We don't know, but they've probably got. I'm not going to say, obviously not God of War, but
Yeah.
something that big and that bombastic
Oh yeah.
for the hardcore.
Right.
Something a little bit more casual for the. But those type of games are coming. But
Yeah.
because it's silence, I think Chase. Shout out to Chase. Everybody go follow Chase Forth. Go to his channel, Phantom UFC on Twitter. Chase is the brother.
Yeah. Chase is cool.
I think Chase. Yeah. I think Chase said it's there. It's happening. Just that we don't know about it. These things are behind closed doors.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So sorry to interrupt. Sorry, brother. Carry on.
No, you good. You good. So I just want to take a sec to read. Have a lot of people commenting in the comment section. So just gonna read some of you guys' comments and try to answer some of your questions. So, wow, it's a lot of them. So let's see. Yo, Soundwave, what's up? Official Mel, what's up? Charles, what up? Sean, what's up? Ashes to Ashes. Jay Smith, what up? Okay, so Jade Raymond been sending some for a while. Jay Smith said Jade Raymond has been sending some for a while. I think it's true. I think it's true. We know they're cooking up something. Just the question's when are they gonna reveal it? Guilt, get your life together. That is on here, so you guys can see in the banner. That's another exclusive, but someone was saying it's rumored to be a time exclusive. But
yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Yeah, but we know for sure it's gonna be exclusive for a little bit. So that's cool. I mean, it's not the best groundbreaking game, but it's pretty cool.
Oh, how could you say that? It looks cute.
It does look cute. I'm not gonna lie.
It's not all about guns and violence, Ace. Now come on.
It's not no God of War or no Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, but it's cute. It's cute. We'll give it that. So let's see what else we have here. So I covered some of that. Yo, Official Mel, what's up? Trying to put all the blood, sweat, and tears into games. Someone. Yeah, true. All right. So Stadia main platform, which will. Okay, cool. So I think I answered most of your questions. Again, Glory, if you sent in the chat that you want to comment on too, just feel free to hop on that for sure.
Can I ask you a quick question,
Sure.
brother, if that's
yeah,
okay?
absolutely.
So you've actually tried Stadia, haven't you?
Yeah, PAX West, yeah.
So you are the equivalent of when a no, I'm not going to say that. I was going to say when a religious sect get close to their god, they try to delight the glory.
I love it.
I'm not going to say
love
that.
Love it.
But tell me what okay, what's the best way to describe it? What's the negative? Because obviously we're excited for it. Is there any negative that you would that you would take from your time playing it? Like the UI, the lag, artifacting, anything that you saw?
Yeah, good. That's a good question. As far as negative, There really wasn't much, honestly speaking. I guess like I was, just being a fanboy, I was just really excited to get the opportunity to try it. So,
Yeah.
like I said, I tried Mortal Kombat 11 about 6 times and Doom 5 times. I just kept going back and back. But what surprised me though is how great it felt. First of all, the control. I can't stress that enough. The controller is, I have an Xbox. You guys saw the video, me just comparing. Like, that controller feels better than the Xbox One controller. And that says a lot because personally, I feel like the Xbox has one of the best controllers I've held. And it felt better than that. And for that to be Google's like first console system, and the controller feels better than the rivals, I mean, that says a lot about like how serious personally I feel like they are with wanting this to be successful. Control is hard to nail, and they nailed that the first try. But
As soon as you said that, I thought of the Ouya controller. I thought, no, but I've still got my Ouya.
Do you have it? Yeah. Ooh yeah, man. Yeah. I sold mine, man. I should have kept it. I was so bummed.
So far, mine's boxed. I still got my box.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I actually made my Ouya into like a Neo Geo machine. Like I've got the Neo Geo Mini now, but I actually made it into basically.
Oh, you kind of breaking up. Hold up. Let's see if we can.
I can't say whether
Sorry, y'all.
Are we there?
Yeah, technical issues. One sec. Sorry, fellas. Give me a second. Ooh.
Are we good?
It like blew you out. Just give me a sec. You can keep talking while I work on this. Yeah.
All right. Cool. What was I talking about? Yeah. So basically with the Ouya, I sort of made it into a Neo Geo machine. But yeah, going back to what you're saying about the controller. Yeah. Brian Altano, who he's outspoken about Destiny.
Yeah.
And I remember him.
Your voice is breaking up again, bro. I don't know what's going on.
It's
having some
it's beautiful. I remember him saying it.
Yeah. Give me a second. Still having technical difficulties.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. How's your connection over there? It's pretty good.
Yes.
Sorry about that, fellas. Just having little technical difficulties. Happened some podcast.
Yep, connection's all good. All at the top here.
You should be golden. Try that again. Yeah. Can you
hear me all right now? Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, we was talking about your experience with Google Stadia. Luckily that didn't happen, and that would have been good, would it?
Yeah. Overall, it was a pretty good experience, man. Yeah, I had a really good time with it. Nothing negative. I was honestly trying to break the system, just so I can let people know like if this was something to be concerned about. But no, it worked really well. Didn't have any issues with it, and that's what really shocked me. I was really impressed and surprised by that. But yeah, so good experience for sure. Good experience. All right.
Wicked.
Yeah.
That's my audio. Am I good now? Yeah.
All right. So
cool.
I'm sorry. Was there anything else you want to cover on that topic?
No. I think it was just about the controllers. How normally with these sort of systems, you do hear the controller is one of the things which people pick up on, and you always see that the controller is quite awkward and feels quite awkward. But most people, Brian Altano and others, have said the controller feels really good.
Yeah.
So it's encouraging. That suggests to me they've done proper research, proper A&R, had people in there playing it, testing it. And because sometimes these controllers come out and you're like, how the hell could you release
Yeah.
that? How the hell?
Yeah.
It, all you need is a few basic hardcore gamers to tell you that
Exactly.
controller's not going to work. So
Right.
yeah, it's good signs. Good
For
signs.
sure. For sure. Yeah, sorry guys, still having techno. I don't know what's going on with this, but trying to fix it as we go. But we'll get it figured out. Oh my goodness, it's just like jumping. I don't know what's going on.
This is a good sign for Stadia.
This is madness. Wow.
Yeah, do you want me to log out and then boot back in again?
No, let's just keep it going. I don't know what is going on. Let's keep it going. I'll try to fix it as on the fly. The great thing about podcasts is all about the audio. So let's keep going.
Oh,
All
that's
right.
right.
So
As long as the audio is good.
Google. Let's see. So the next part we want to cover is just Google's strategy, right, when it comes to exclusive titles, right? Again, we look at Microsoft and we see what they're doing with purchasing third-party studios. And just talks about Remedy being available for sale. If you guys don't know who Remedy is, they are the makers of games like Alan Wake. They're the makers of. Did they make Max Payne? I can't remember if they made.
Max Payne 1 and 2.
They made Max Payne.
Quantum Break.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So like people were saying just rumors of Stadia just being Stadia possibly purchasing that studio, and then you hear this stuff about like Rockstar leaving Steam when it comes to GeForce Now, not Steam but GeForce Now in general. And then there's rumors of, it's Microsoft going to purchase like exclusive rights to that when it comes to Project S Cloud or X Cloud, or it's Google Stadia going to purchase the rights to that. So I just want to know what your take is on that, Glory. Do you feel like Google should take that approach of just being aggressive purchasing studios, or do you feel like they should just focus on the first part and build the library up that way? What are your thoughts?
Well, the interesting thing is the excited, hypey sort of giddy child in me says, "Buy all the studios, buy everything, get everybody. They've got all the money."
Right.
But in reality, a lot of studios may feel reluctant because, in some people's eyes, not to Google, because they've put in a hell of a lot of money. The infrastructure's there; they've been building up to this.
Right.
But in some people's eyes, this is almost like an experiment. Stadia, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So some studios or developers may feel a bit uncomfortable selling their soul, so to speak, to Google.
Right.
But putting that aside, I think you make a good point with regards to Remedy.
Right.
Because everybody's been wondering what is going on with Remedy. There were strong rumors they were in talks with Sony. I've been waiting for that announcement to happen, or ever since like Control come out, waiting for that to happen.
Right.
But Control hasn't done well in the numbers. Apparently, it's been pretty unimpressive.
Yeah.
So in a way, does that make them a little bit more receptive when Phil Harrison brings out the Google Wallet? Is some money? Smack someone in the head with the Google Wallet.
Yeah.
Now you might say, if Control hasn't sold well, why would they be an attractive studio? They've got a pedigree, Remedy.
Right.
They know how to make good story-based games.
They do, sure.
Yeah. And with Remedy, you've got another studio. With Remedy, you've got a studio which could focus on your single-player story-based game.
Exactly.
And then Stadia Games and Entertainment can go for their game, which is going to show off what Stadia can do, which may be a bit more party-based, multiplayer-based, right?
Yeah.
So you can have Stadia Games and Entertainment focusing on the Get Packed or 1,000-player battle royale with the power of the cloud,
right.
And then for your hardcore, grounded type of story, you could go for Remedy. Now, the only issue with Remedy is they take, well, not ages, but they typically take a while to bring their games out.
Yeah.
And how attractive are they going to be if Control numbers didn't do well? But I think Remedy is a good studio. How realistic it is, unfortunately, with the whole business side of thing and numbers and that's not really my area. I'm just a gamer. I'm not really good with the numbers and all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I just try and look at how realistic it would be.
Yeah.
And in answer to your other question, should there be aggressive in purchasing studios? I think so. If you look at it, how Microsoft's approach with Game Pass. Not with Game Pass, with their studios. They've acquired 15, 16 studios now.
Ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Now, at first, when they acquired studios, people like me, who I like my AAA games, my bangers, my exclusives, I thought, right, we're going to get loads of Gears of Wars, loads of Halos, loads of Forzas type games. Not necessarily the case. The reason they've acquired a lot of those studios is to flesh out their Games Pass service. So the games from those studios aren't necessarily all going to be AAA. For example, when they got who's the developer of Hellbound? Oh my god.
Ninja Theory, is it? Right?
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Ninja Theory.
Yeah.
When they got Ninja Theory, their exclusive game coming out,
right.
we thought it was going to be another Hellbound type of game, and it turns out to be a Bleeding Edge.
Right. Yeah.
Which you can see it as looks good, but it's a Games Passy type of title.
True.
So, you could say you want Google to go out and do what Microsoft's doing, but Microsoft, they have a reason for that. It's to flesh out Game Pass.
True.
I'd be happy with Google just getting 1, maybe 2 studios, get a Remedy to sort out your single player game.
Yep.
Get another smaller studio to chuck out your indie type of games.
Yeah.
Get a studio. Who's the guy who does Map? Is it Map? No, they're not called Map Plays Games anymore. The studio done Celeste. I can't remember the name of it. They've changed their name now.
Yeah.
It was Map Plays Games.
Yeah.
They've changed it now.
Yeah.
I can't remember what their name is. But
like
and
indie,
then get that type
indie games, right?
Yeah. Then get an indie.
Yeah.
Then you've got your AAA story type of game with Remedy. You've got an indie type of game if they get that type of studio.
Right.
And then you've got Stadia Games and Entertainment to work on the cloud. This is what we can do.
Right.
And right there off the rip, you've got 3 studios working on something. So no more than 3 or 4. Apologies if I was going on there. Apology, man.
No,
you're
good.
What I'm saying?
I get you.
No more than 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Because initially you think, acquire all these studios. That'd be great. But they don't necessarily need to do that off the rip.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
True. Yeah. No, you make a good point. Just what I think would be cool to see too. Yeah, they should get Remedy. I mean, why not? I'm surprised, honestly, that Microsoft hasn't purchased them yet. With how much they've been spending lately, and what Go ahead.
Sorry, apologies.
Yeah,
apologies.
Go on. You're good. No, just saying, with we had the Quantum Break. I think it was what that was called.
Yeah.
That was like exclusive to the Xbox platform. When it released, I don't know if it was time. It came out for PC eventually, but when it originally released, it was Xbox. So with that, I thought like, okay, why not? Why don't they purchase them? But that really surprised me, that the fact that they haven't bid, for them. Maybe they ran out of like budget when it comes to like purchasing studios. But I'm really shocked and surprised that Microsoft hasn't purchase them yet. So the fact that they're not off the market, I definitely think Stadia should take a look at them. Surprised Sony hasn't made the purchase too, which is kind of shocking to me that these 2 big dogs haven't bid on that yet. So maybe there's a reason, probably. I don't know.
Yeah, I see. I should have actually looked more into Remedy's numbers. I know Quantum Break didn't sell what they were expecting.
It didn't.
I know that for a fact.
It didn't.
And now we've seen Control in numbers wise isn't doing well.
Yeah.
Now, as far as the actual game, the gameplay
is
Control,
awesome.
Really,
oh my!
Yeah, I like the game.
Yeah.
The story is really confusing, but the gameplay.
Yeah. It was a good game. I was enjoying that.
I was playing the game like, right, here we go. We're gonna work out what the story is in a minute.
Yeah.
5 hours in, cool. Right, the story is gonna be breakthrough. I'm gonna find out what's going on.
Yeah.
8 hours in, right? The story. You're gonna know the story. 10 hours in, here comes the story. I'm gonna know what's going on.
Right.
15 hours. Yeah. Game's completed. Oh right, I still don't know what's going on.
No, I hear you. Yeah, the story was really confusing. But
it was. But if you take the moment to moment gameplay, take out. Look at it like this, right? With Quantum Break, you could see that Remedy Control had the DNA of Quantum Break in it.
Mm-hmm.
Just take that same DNA, put it into another game, and bring it to Stadia. Superhero who can move stuff around, but bring it to Stadia.
Yeah, seriously.
Do you get what I'm saying? And it's just more realistic for them to be acquired. But in answer to your question, I don't know how well their game before I don't even think Alan Wake sold that well.
It didn't. But that was such a good game.
Red Dead Redemption, wasn't it? It came out when Red Dead Redemption was out, wasn't it?
It did. It did around that time. But that game was so good. Oh my goodness. I Max Payne was good at, but me personally, I felt like Alan Wake was one of their better games. Are you talking about Alan Wake or Quantum Break?
Yeah, Alan Wake.
Yeah, Alan Wake. Yeah, Alan Wake was. I really enjoyed it. It was a good story. That was one of my favorite Remedy games for sure, I would say.
But again, like, because of either come out around the time of Red Dead, that necessarily didn't sell well.
No,
a big game.
Yeah.
Then Quantum Break. What did they do after Alan Wake? They'd done the Nightmares game.
Yeah.
What did they do after that?
I think
it wasn't Quantum Break, was it? No, they didn't do a game in between that, did they? I can't remember.
Max Payne was the first, and then Alan Wake, and I think, that was the next game, Quantum Break, after Alan Wake.
Yeah, so they had a massive time off. Yeah. Done Quantum Break, that didn't sell well. Yeah. Then they've done Control, that didn't sell well. Phil Harrison, they're there, they're ready. They need you, brother.
Yeah,
they need you. They need you.
Right. So,
and look at it like this.
Yeah,
it's also stuff like this at a time of the launch of Stadia. I always say this. You'll hear this in my videos. Optics. The optics of buying Remedy would be so good for Google.
Oh, yeah.
And that is important.
Yeah.
Because even though it might not sell numbers-wise, Remedy has a lot of love in hardcore gamers' hearts and in the press.
Exactly.
Like you say Alan Wake, most people are like fawn over it.
Yeah.
Quantum Break, not so much. But Max Payne, people fawn over it.
Yeah.
Control, even now, people fawn over it.
Oh yeah.
Next Stadia Connect, Phil Harrison, and like welcome, Remedy.
What? I love it. That would be so cool. No, that would be really cool, right? It will catch the video game market for sure. It will be a good look for them.
I don't want to harp on Remedy too much, but the reason I'm talking about them a lot is because they're kind of like a realistic example.
Yeah.
There's other studios out there, but they're just a realistic example.
No, true. Good point. And then my next thing is, we see what Sony also did with Destiny, right? When it came to like time exclusive, they paid, money to have like content exclusive to the PS4 platform for limited time. I'm interested to see like if Google's going to take that approach to stuff like Cyberpunk, right? Imagine if they have like exclusive content that no other consoles are going to get. I feel like that would be a good way to make noise too, right? Or like think about games taking Stadia's features, and if you guys haven't watched Generation Stadia video yet about Google Stadia features, check that out. I think he's working on a series where he's covering features, but first one released today, so check that out. But with third-party games, imagine like if they make exclusive content based on Google Stadia's features that no other consoles can do because it's exclusive to Stadia. I feel like that also too will get noise, and it'll be interesting to see like if Google is willing to pay for that, or if third-party devs are like, hey, we can do this only in Stadia, let's take advantage of it. Google doesn't have to pay us for it. We are just going to do this because it'll make our games a lot better on this platform. But yeah, it'll be. And go ahead.
And also, you're making a really good point here. I'm gonna have to get out my notebook because you're saying stuff. I think, oh god, that's a good point.
Yeah.
It's like when you say games could have exclusive features on Stadia. It doesn't even necessarily have to be anything that's tacked on, like some cloudy thing.
Right.
It could be something that's real and tactile.
Exactly.
So, for example, imagine the next Assassin's Creed comes out, Assassin's Creed Rome or whatever.
Right.
Next Assassin's Creed comes out on all the consoles. Yep, you've got good stuff.
Right.
On Stadia, there's now 500 more people walking in the crowd.
Right.
There's more. Right. There's now 10, not 1,000, but there's now 100 more enemies attacking.
Exactly.
The the water physics are now more dangerous when you're on the boat, and it could be tangible things which gamers could actually say, hold on, that actually affects my game. It's not just something that's tacked on. Kind of like what they're doing with Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Where you've got the multi-view, haven't you? With these are things which affect the gameplay. So these are little things which they could do, and I'd like to think if some fat dude from the UK in his room is thinking of these things, those guys who are getting paid loads of money should already be on this.
Yeah, so true. And like I made a video about Destiny being a good game to kick off the pro service. I'm a big Destiny fan, and I think it's a great game to showcase Google Stadia's feature, because like doing raid, kind of like what you said, having 5 people pop. So if you guys don't know what raids are in Destiny, it's pretty much an event or a game mode where you work with 5 team members to accomplish a task objective, right? So timely precision is very important, and teamwork, communication, and voice chat is definitely very important. So in this situation, having a feature, I'm forgetting what the feature is called for Stadia, but where you can see what each other person's doing on the same screen as you, having that feature with Destiny, honestly speaking, makes a huge difference, right? So imagine if Stadia, just a possibility that that's going to be available for Destiny on Stadia, and that is going to seriously convert a lot of people over to Destiny, to Stadia just to play Destiny.
Preach, brother, preach,
right? Because that's a feature that people are going to want. They might not think they need it right now, but once they see it playing out and they're like, oh shoot, I can see what this person's doing, I want that. I want to be able to do that too. And so that can be a huge selling factor for Stadia. And like you mentioned, Ghost Recon Breakpoint has confirmed that feature is going to be in the game. So yeah, that's huge, man. That's huge for sure.
You make a really good point when you say it's really crucial. It's really important what you said. You said they might not need it right. They might think they might not need it right now, but when it's there, they'll enjoy it, and that is so true. Right. It's like if you would have gone to me when I was 14 years old and I was playing Mega Drive, the best visuals that I ever saw, I remember seeing at the time, was Evander Holyfield's Real Deal Boxing.
Yeah. yeah.
Because the sprites were so big,
right?
And I thought I remember seeing it in a magazine. There can be no better graphics.
Yeah.
If you would have come to me and said, "Oh, we give you that, but how about if you spin the camera around 3D?" I don't need that.
Yeah.
I don't need to see that.
Right.
This is the best.
Right.
And then you give me Fight Night Round 4, I would have been like, what the?
Yeah.
And it's exactly what you're saying now. People might not think they need it,
True.
But when it's there, it's like a shift in gaming, like 2D to 3D.
Yeah.
I was thinking when you was talking then, we've got Grid coming out for Stadia.
Yeah.
Imagine if, Grid, 16 cars normally, Stadia version has 50 cars, just as an example, or more people in the crowd. Little things like that is where they can leverage their exclusivity, and I hope Stadia takes advantage of that.
Yeah.
Don't be shy about it. Don't be like, oh, we're going to fit in with everybody else. No, stand tall and say, right, this is what Stadia can do, and not pressure developers, but say, look, put these extra features in. It's like when the Xbox One X come out. That is a significant. I don't know if significant's the right word, but it's more powerful than the Pro.
Yeah.
So Phil Spencer should have really been like, right, take advantage of it. But he was like, it's okay. You do what you want. Make it the same as the Pro.
Exactly.
You should be like, no, show what we've got. And that's what I would like to see in Stadia exclusive games. Yeah. Because if you want to bring people over, show what you've got.
Flex your muscles. If you have it, flex it.
Work it. Work it.
Right. No, seriously, man. Seriously. But I know me personally, I'm excited to play Breakpoint just because of that feature. I'm not gonna lie. And so if that comes to Destiny again, it's gonna be a game changer. So but yeah, that's gonna be pretty cool. And again, it's gonna be neat to see if like developers think of these things by the on their own, and if they want to include it without Google like trying to pay for it or get them to do it themselves.
Yeah,
like they should be like, oh shoot, we can do this, why not? Like let's make our game the best that it can be on this platform, because no other platform can do what Stadia does. But yeah, that should be exciting for sure. Should be exciting.
And it's important that they really do, developers really do take advantage of that, the differences that Stadia can offer, because if and Google, like you said, don't force them or sort of like pay them money to. But I just want to stress it again: don't just sit alongside everybody else. Make yourself stand out.
Right.
And if it's not going to be for the fact of you can play this anywhere, which is a great feature,
right,
but to some hardcore gamers, they don't really too bothered about that. I'm a hardcore gamer. The majority of my Stadia play is gonna be my Chromecast plugged into my 4K TV.
Right.
So show the other advantage to getting it on Stadia besides playing it anywhere.
Right.
Well, if you get not Mortal Kombat's not a good example. If you get this upcoming battle royale game on Stadia, okay, it's 100 players on on all the other systems. It's 500 on Stadia.
Right.
It's up to you what you want. See you later.
Right? Yeah. They don't even have to market it. Like, they don't have to pay for marketing. Just say, hey, this game can do this in our console. That's all. Let people test it out. Once they test it out, they'll see like, oh my goodness, I didn't know I wanted this, but it's here and it works really well. Okay, sign me up. But cool. Yeah, so we covered that part of things. And next segment is what I call a bonus segment. We are just gonna deviate from the conversation and just talk about fun things, right? So I just want to know for you, Glory, like, what games are you excited to play come launch when Stadia releases?
Right, I'm really excited for Doom Eternal.
Oh my goodness.
I had to cancel my collector's edition because I was going to get it on Xbox because of the collector's edition.
Yeah, I saw your video today, by the way. If y'all haven't checked that out, that's pretty good about, that's one thing I'm sad about, and it'll be pretty cool to see Stadia figure out a solution for collectors, right?
Yeah, and it's like I did cancel it for that reason. But Doom Eternal, in answer to your question, very excited. I love the original Doom. Doom, the original OG Doom is in my top 5 favorite games of all time. Now I say favorite, doesn't necessarily mean it's the best, but favorite. Do you know what I mean? For me personally. Right. So yeah, Doom Eternal, I'm looking forward to on launch. Samurai Showdown.
Oh yeah,
definitely. Is Destroy All Humans? Is that going to be on launch?
I don't know. I would think so, right? Because that's not. I don't know for sure.
I'm not actually sure when that game's out.
Yeah.
But yeah, Samurai Showdown. I'm a big fighting game fan.
Right.
Doom Eternal. I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah.
Borderlands 3. I may jump into.
Yeah.
Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Yeah. There's loads. Man. I can't wait.
Yeah. That's great selection, man. Great selection.
What about you?
So I'm kind of debating on this. So my partner Sunny is probably in the chat watching this, but we're gonna do some reviews, cover a bunch of games, but we're like discussing on what games are we gonna cover, and we talked about like focusing on exclusive games. So we're gonna pick up Guild, just because again Stadia is gonna be one of the first platform where you can play that game. And then, but I want games that I can play with you guys, right? So just like a game like, it's so cool that Destiny comes with it, with the Pro subscription. So I'm going to be on Destiny, and that's going to be a good game to get people involved, right? The fact that it's going to be free if you have the Founders Edition. So all of you guys are going to have it. So just, getting you guys on doing raids, doing, timely event, I think is going to be fun. So we got Destiny. My big game, though, is Breakpoint. I think that's that game, first of all, like we discussed with the features being, taking advantage of Stadia features. And I played it for GeForce Now, and I'm really pumped. Actually, the public beta goes live this week. So if you guys didn't know that, it goes live this week. So if you haven't tried Breakpoint yet, if you have a PS4, PC, Xbox, you can play the public beta this week. But test that game out, man. I love games like that. I love games that require coordination, strategy, and the fact that I'm going to be able to play with, the subs in this channel is going to be really, really cool. So
can you play with me as well? Because I've got no friends.
Of course, man. Of course, definitely. Yeah, it's going to be fun, man. It's going to be fun. Definitely playing. And it's Borderlands 3. I'm playing that right now on GeForce Now. And because that game doesn't have cross save, I'm not going to get it on Stadia because I don't want to redo everything I'm doing all over again.
Yeah. If you're playing it now, there's no problem.
Exactly. But, that game is fun as heck. So if you guys haven't played it, that's another, one to look forward to for sure. But I think that there are other games that we haven't heard yet that has been officially announced. And I think we're going to see more games. If Call of Duty does come out for Stadia, that's another one that I'm really, thinking about picking up on that platform as well.
Yeah, I done a video. Was it 10 games that will probably be announced for Stadia by 2020 over at my channel, and I did mention Call of Duty. And I think these are games which are kind of that it's there, but the ink has to dry, so to speak.
Right.
And Jedi Fallen Order, if they don't get that one, that's kind of like a miss.
Yeah.
So I'm realistically expecting that to come.
Yeah.
To Stadia. And again, I just want to go back to what you said about Destiny 2. You make a really good point because Destiny 2, like there's very few, but there's some people like me who've never even played it.
Right.
I played Destiny 1, I beat it. But I beat Destiny 1, sort of like I got it on release. So I got the big collector's edition.
Right.
I played right through it, beat the story, thought, oh, this ain't that good. And then I went. And then the good stuff come afterwards when I'd long gone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
True. So now I'm jumping into Destiny 2 with all this content. And yeah, some people think, oh, maybe it should have been another game. But Destiny, if you think about it, it's really smart because of the community aspect of it.
Right.
So already you're going to be building up a Stadia community. Destiny 2 is probably going to be my most played launch game.
Right.
For me, it's like a brand new game.
Exactly.
Like a brand new game. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to be there and getting killed with everybody while you lot all go ahead and leave me behind talking about raids and getting in the right position and tactics. And I've got no idea. I'm shooting at the ceiling. I'm not sure what's going on.
Yeah.
No, give me a fighting game.
Right.
I've got you. But
Yeah.
Shooting game.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I will. I'll take it easy on you, bro. I'll teach you the ropes, man. But yeah, no, it's gonna be fun. I think they showed the right game for that. And then, Destiny's going through this whole like rebranding thing after they left Bungie, left Activision. So I think they're really desperate to have this game be successful. So they're gonna support it. And I'm sure we're going to see some pretty cool features of Stadia be included in this game. So yeah, that's going to be a fun game. So again, just want to take a sec to read the chat. Sorry guys, I know when we get into conversations, it's difficult to just look at it.
It's my fault.
No, it's all good. Just look at what you guys are saying. So let's take a second. Sean said every Resident Evil in State. Yeah, it would be dope to have Resident Evil in State, especially Resident Evil 2 that was just remastered or remade. That'll be dope. Did any of you see the footage of Beyond Good and... Yes, that game looked incredible, Jay. If you guys haven't seen the trailer, but Beyond Good and Evil, they did a fantastic trailer for it, and we haven't seen anything since then, actually, which is kind of surprising. But that game looks cool, and it'll be pretty cool if we can get that on this platform as well. Let's see. Control. I don't know if we might see Control. I mean, if Remedy's desperate, if they're struggling financially, I mean, Stadia can give them a boost. I wouldn't be surprised, right? If
the way you said desperate, that's funny. Like, I'm not dissing Remedy. I love
Yeah,
their games.
yeah,
I'm not, but it's just the image is funny.
yeah.
So help
Hell,
us,
yeah,
help.
yeah. No,
Shout out to Remedy.
yeah,
No, I'm not
yeah.
dissing them,
No,
but
I
carry
do think though they financially they are kind of struggling. But hopefully they bounce back and or someone acquires them. But I hope they don't shut down because they do make
No,
some
no, no, no,
really
no, no.
good
They do good
games.
games. They won't. They won't. They'll be snapped up. They'll be snapped up.
Yeah. Let's see. They still need to build the brand first. Truth to that, it might be easy to appeal to. So I feel like something that the Nintendo Switch is doing awesome right now is they make their console the place for indie studios. The reason being, those games don't require heavy graphics, so it's great to play in the Switch platform. Again, the portability side of things, and then the fact that it's easy to port on that platform because it's using the Tegra chip, and then the fact that it's not graphically, your games don't have to be graphically intense to run on the Switch. So the Switch is a darling right now for indie games. I wonder if Stadia is gonna take that approach because you'll have the advantage of being able to play on a mobile device, so that portability factor is gonna be there. But as far as like always needing an internet connection to play those games, I think that might be the barrier for indie studios as to where the Switch you don't need that much. But it's gonna be interesting to see if Google pushes that side of things when it comes to trying to get the indie devs on board for sure.
I think so, because when I think about indie games from my personal opinion,
Yeah.
I like indie games. I play them. I've oh god, I forgot what those two Limbo and Inside.
Yeah.
They're two
Great
indie games that
games.
stick out
Great
of my
games.
head. I'm partial to a little bit of Stardew Valley. You might not think it, but I enjoy a bit of Stardew Valley every now and then. So I do enjoy indie games, but for me, I'm about AAA big bang exclusive.
I hear you. I hear you.
Reason being is because I kind of not grew up with indie games, but all the games I grew up with were those type of games. So I've had about 20 years of playing those type of games. So even though I do go back and play my retro, for me, I'm not necessarily that big on indie, but I recognise they're important, and I think they should be added because you have to fill out. You can't just do AAA bangers because some people don't even touch those type of games. So as you were saying, I do think they will acquire them, and I think they should.
Yeah, true. I like what you're talking about. Them having like a fleshed out library, right? It'll be, for me personally, I wouldn't mind all AAA games, but
yeah, see, that's what I'm like. I didn't say it, so I don't want to upset your indie.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll be happy with that. Guns, explosions, cinematics, I'm sorted.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Right. No, so true. But I know, like, my partner Sonny, he's all about that indie stuff, man.
Yeah, a lot of people do like indie games.
So just catering to that market, well, I think will be good for Stadia for sure. So what up, Brendan? Thanks for joining, Brad. You too.
Oh, shout out, man! Shout out, Brandon, man.
Matthias too from Brazil. He says, "Thank you for joining, man. Really appreciate that." Google Stadia will help people low financial condition here in Brazil. I agree. I want to hear more.
Great point. Great point. Who said that?
It's Matthias. I don't know how to say his last name, but
Great point, Matthias. Yeah. That's very true. Yeah. Not a lot of people mention that. Yeah. It's very important to bring that up. Yeah.
I mean, if you look at the free base model, like I feel like that service is what's gonna take Google Stadia to the next level. Because honestly speaking, if you look at the Nintendo Switch, just being real, they don't have 4K, right? The highest resolution you can get is 1080p, and yet look how successful those games and that platform is. People don't mind.
You're dropping gems. Yeah, you're dropping gems.
People don't mind playing 1080p. I don't feel like we're, yes, I love my AAA titles, but 1080p for me is okay. Like I'm not looking. 4K is great, don't get me wrong, but I can live with 1080p, and so for that to be free, I mean, for guys who live in Brazil, for people who live all over the world where finances is an issue, you're getting a free platform to play games. All you have to do is wait for a sale, right? they're gonna have sales. Wait for the sale, purchase the game you want, and boom, you don't need to buy a $400 console. You can play that game for free. So yeah, I definitely feel you when it comes to just low cost finances. Stadia is a great platform. It's a great platform. But yeah,
Can I drop a comment
sure,
on that?
absolutely.
When you met what you said there, when with regards to the base is when it's really going to take off.
Yeah,
Is so true, because us lot here, if you're watching this podcast, chances are you're a hardcore or have a strong interest in gaming.
right.
So we're all going to be invested. We're all going to get our founders, or even if we don't get
Yeah,
it, we're going to be looking to seeing what's going
right.
on. But there's people out there who don't even know what's
Yeah,
going on, and they're only going to know about Stadia when base launches.
exactly.
And if you go to them, friends that I've speaking to, friends that I've been talking to, saying to them, you do know you are going to be able to play these games at 1080p. And 1080p, like Rage 2 was 1080p. I don't know if many people know that. On console, on consoles, Rage 2 was 1080p, 60 frames per second. Nobody said anything about it, but that was 1080p.
Right.
And that looks great.
Yeah.
So if you say to people, you're going to be able to play a game that you want, you make another good point about sales. I might actually nick that for a video. Thanks. Cheers, mate. You make another good point about sales. Don't, like, people who aren't hardcore like us, or the financial situation, they might wait. Then you've got a sale, the game's 30% off. You don't need to buy a console. Bish bash bosh. You've probably got a controller which works from an old. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You can jump right in. That is when this thing should skyrocket. Yeah. It's there for Google to hit the landing. It's down to them.
Absolutely.
Great point.
Yeah. Was I gonna say about geez, I'm trying to blank. But yeah, I'm just thinking about like Microsoft xCloud, Project xCloud 2, and I'm trying to they haven't officially announced a pricing model, but you know, people are speculating that that's gonna be free. So it's gonna be interesting to see what they'll offer, you know, with the free model compared to what Google is offering. But anyway, just moving on with the chat. Brandon is saying, do you think the new Batman game from Warner Brothers will be in Stadia? That'll be dope. You know, like, those games are incredible. So it'll be a good get for Stadia if they are releasing this platform. For sure.
There's a new one coming, isn't there? I read yesterday there's a new Batman game coming.
I haven't been following that. That'll be cool. I mean, superhero games are doing. I mean, Spider-Man did incredible for Sony. So yeah, bring that back will be really good for Warner Brothers for sure. For sure, yeah. Let's see. One of the main guys from Stadia was just kind of funny. I was someone posted that on Discord, and I was watching that. It was a long interview, man. I was like, man, this guy. You saw that too. Did you watch that, Glory?
Yeah, I've literally got a video that's going up after this. Okay. Breaking it down. Yeah, I've watched it.
Great. Yeah, that was, you know, really, really good video. Again, the fact that Google is, you know, coming on Kind of Funny to talk about Stadia, it's a huge positive and a good shift in momentum for them. I think it's awesome. And like, you know, them coming to StadiaCast too for an interview. That's awesome. So more of those, I feel like, just gets the public more excited for Stadia. So it's pretty cool that they're seeing that. I want to know when they're going to open up the Bluetooth headphones, if we can use them. Wireless platform. Alright, Brad, seems like he's leaving. Alright, bro. Thanks, man. Thanks for joining the podcast and commenting and just interacting, engaging. We appreciate it. But yeah, you can listen to this after. I know it's kind of late for some people or early for some people, so you guys can always catch this after. There's hey, Happy Cloud Gamer, what's up?
It's happy. It's always happy.
I love it.
It lifts your spirit when you see Happy Cloud Gamer.
Right. He's great.
You just picture him like, what's going on?
He's great. He's very informative too. So maybe one day we can get you on this podcast, man. Definitely would like to hear, you know, what you have to say about Stadia for sure. I see you commenting on, you know, a lot of videos. I definitely think you have the knowledge. So let me know if that's something you're interested in. Hey Ryan, what's up? hello up early watching this. Thank you guys for coming here, man. Watching this.
Can I give a shout out to Ryan? Sorry, can I
Absolutely.
give a shout
Yeah.
out? Shout out to Ryan. Shout out to Ryan. He's one of the first subscribers, and he's quite active in my Facebook group, the Glory of Stadia.
Nice.
Thank you, Ryan. Big up, big up. What's going on, UK? Bruh, bruh. Sorry, Karen, sir.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, man. Ryan, appreciate you watching this, man. It's awesome. It's awesome. Let's see. I think we covered everything that we want to talk about. An exciting time, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, this is, as a gamer and as someone who loves tech, people are talking about like PS5 and Xbox Scarlet. Those are going to be great, but people are forgetting that there's something revolutionary happening this year, and not a lot of people are talking about that. To me personally, like, I'm more no, I shouldn't say that. I'm excited for the PS5, but I'm also excited. I'm also excited for this because this is a new, technology that can change the game. So, yeah, this is fun, man, and it's good to talk about it with people who are passionate about it. So, Glory, man, thank you for joining this podcast, man. Really, really appreciate your input, for sure.
Well, thank you for having me on. I don't want to leave, so I'm just going to sit here and make you stay. No, we're joking. No. Thank you for having me on. I appreciate you reaching out to me when I hardly got any subs. Still haven't got that many now. And you reached out to me. That's really nice of you to do that. I want to say, people, support Cloud Gaming. Please give him a like. Subscribe to his channel. If you're feeling angry or vexed at anything, this brother will cheer you out. Chilled out voice, very knowledgeable. No matter your cloud gaming, be it EA service, Amazon, he covers all, and he's big on Stadia. Generation Stadia, shout out to them, professional, really know what they're doing, really, really professional stuff. Chase, big shout out to Chase. Really cool dude, very knowledgeable. Subscribe to all these brothers, thank you. And you can find me at the Glory of Stadia on YouTube and all the social medias. I do daily Stadia videos, often just in my pajamas, but hey, at least they're daily.
Yeah, I keep saying this. If you guys haven't watched the Glory of Stadia content, you need to, man. Talk about like a good laugh. I swear every time I watch a video, man, I just like, it cheers me up, man. It cracks me up. And my partner Sunny too said the same thing. But yeah, it's just, work life can be stressful, and then just having entertaining content with human laughter is great. I feel like it's definitely needed. So appreciate the work that you're doing covering Stadia for sure. And yeah, definitely. I'm gonna put your YouTube channel in the description of this podcast and put your Twitter too, so people can definitely know where to follow you. But it's 13 of you guys on right now, man. It's hard for me to just end this knowing that people are still here wanting to know more about Stadia. But let me just read the final comments and see when I get my Stadia USA podcast up and ready. All right, cool, Brandon. Yeah, let me know. DM us. You have the link. You're gonna have the link to the Glory of Stadia's YouTube channel too, so you can DM him.
Yeah, I know Brandon. Shout out to Brandon, man.
Cool. All right, fellas. Thank you for watching. Appreciate you guys, and we'll try to do this again. Glory and I. Chase was also talking about doing a podcast with 3 people, like. So me, you, Chase, or whoever who wants to be a part of it, just DM me, let me know. This is exciting time. Stadia is releasing soon, and we are all passionate and excited about it, and it's great to just get the community involved. So I appreciate you guys so much. So thank you so much, and Glory, thank you for joining this podcast.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
All right, we'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.